are at our newest location for the campaign for Red Ribbon Week. As you see, the mountains didn't get the memo. They are still very smoky. Say no to drugs.
Thanks, Lisa, for that amazing intro. So Lisa and I are here in the Great Smoky Mountains. We're in our Airbnb right now. So this is the view from our awesome Airbnb, and I'll go inside and show you what it looks like inside. It's pretty awesome. It's just the two of us, and we have this pretty big cabin to ourselves. But we're up here just for the weekend. It's Saturday, November 2nd. We drove up last night. On the way up, we stopped just outside of Asheville, and we went to the Sierra Nevada Brewery. And you might be thinking, oh, they're going to go in and drink a bunch of beers, but
no.
Lisa, again, still doesn't drink that much. I've actually been cutting back myself because of TQM trims. And we actually went because a couple of years ago, we were in Asheville and we went to the brewery and the food there was awesome. And so we're like, do you remember the food at Sierra Nevada? And we're like, yeah, let's go eat there for dinner. And we did, and the food is still excellent there. Oh my gosh.
But there were two old ladies arguing about whether they could or could not put their purse on their chair.
Yeah.
When someone else wanted a chair. So it was so filled with drama.
Yeah, we get to the restaurant and it's really crowded, but they're like, if you can find some chairs at the high tops, you can sit there and you don't have to wait for an hour to get seated at a regular table. So we did that and we found chairs easily enough, and then a group of 4 comes in and they needed some more chairs, and they go up to one of these other ladies who's just using one of the chairs for her purse, and the other lady told everyone around her like 50 times. She's like, yeah, we needed the chairs, and that lady just wouldn't let us have one because...
She was pretty angry. She was like, I was going to maybe eat them. Okay, calm down, ma'am.
But the food was awesome, man. It was really good. We had a bison steak and a braised short rib, and it was all really good. But let me give you a quick tour of our Airbnb inside. But first, check out this view. This is amazing looking. But I'm going to pan around this time so we can actually get a full experience here. We're actually like really close to a country club right now, of all places, but it's really cool. It's really nice. But check out this Airbnb inside also. It's a little too much for just me and Lisa, honestly. We're not gonna need this much space, but we got this nice giant living room here, and like it's got nice wood paneling. There's a pretty decent sized kitchen over here as well. And then this place has 2 bedrooms. So if we come down the hallway this way, there's a bedroom and a bathroom over here. These ones are the ones that we're not using. So then our bedrooms through this door, we kept it closed because we wanted to keep the heat on inside. We have to keep it at 68, so when we come back at night, we don't want to be too cold. But bedroom and bathroom, and it's really awesome. This place is great. It's really quiet. It's actually a 2-floor apartment, so someone could technically be below us. But when we pulled in late last night, we didn't see any cars and no other lights or anything were on, so we think we're the only ones here right now. But we're going to be today spending the day in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So we're going to hop in the car, get some coffee and breakfast, and then we will see you guys at the park. All right, everybody, so Lisa and I got some coffee, and now we are here at the Akona Lefty Visitor Center for the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So this is basically the North Carolina entrance to the park. You can also enter in from the Tennessee side near Gatlinburg. And as we were pulling in, there's a field where you can actually see a ton of elk. So Lisa went on ahead of me because I totally left my microphone in the car, but we're gonna be heading down this path real quick to go see if we can get some videos and photos of some elk. So here's Lisa. Are you so excited, Lisa? All right, we're gonna go check out these elk, and then after that we're gonna head into the visitor center to figure out which trail we should hike up to get some good views of the mountains, and we'll see you guys there. All right, so that was actually pretty cool. We got to see a pretty big herd of elk really up close and personal. So Becca's actually going to be a little jealous of that. We were hoping to see some when we were out west in the different national parks because we would see elk crossing signs everywhere, but we never saw any. And then first thing we see coming to the park here with Lisa is we get to see a nice big group of elk, and it's really pretty out here. The fog is now just starting to roll out a little bit, so Lisa is in the visitor center right now. We're figuring out which trails we're going to do today. I think we're going to lean towards doing the Chimney Tops Trail, which is about a 4-mile round trip hike up to get a good long distance view of the mountains and see the pretty leaves. And we will see you guys at that trailhead.
Wish that I could stay. Wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind, and though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night.
All right, everyone, so Lisa and I are on the Chimney Tops Trail. Apparently the original ending point of the trail is closed due to some environmental damage, but there's still an overlook, and we just got started. How long have we been going? Like 2 minutes? Not 30 minutes.
3,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like 3 minutes maybe, and I'm already winded. We're already stopping for a break by this tiny waterfall back here. You could just see it. You would think after hiking for a week and doing all this exercise, you'd think I'd be better at this, but I'm still incredibly out of shape and super tired. So we're going to try to make it up to the top and hopefully get some good views. So they still have an observation point up there. So are you ready to go on?
Yeah, because if we don't go now, we're going to get hungry, and then when I get hungry, I get grumpy.
Same. All right, we're going to head up. We'll see you there.
And you can't put up a fight in the misty light. Like the mothers of Brazil find their way. We're all on our own, but you're the most beautiful I've ever known.
All right, so we finally made it up here to the top of the trail here. So this is actually a new observation point. I think I mentioned it as we were getting started with the hike. So you used to be able to go all the way over here. Let me quick show you. Down this way, you can actually see some people up there right now, but that part of the trail is officially closed off. But all right, that was one of the most brutal trails that I've done. Like I said, you would have think after doing hiking for a week out west, I would have been used to it, but I don't know, this one was something else. I don't know what the elevation change is. Yeah, so I think Becca and I would have both died if we were both doing this out west. It's just, if I have the elevation change, I'll put it down below, but we're just taking in the views for a little bit here, and then we're going to be walking back down, which is going to be a struggle in and of itself. And then after that, I think we're pretty much done with the park, right? We're going to probably just head out and find some food, something to drink, and we might head into town and see what there is to do there. So, are you ready to?
Yes.
All right, sorry, shins. We'll see you at the bottom. All right, everybody. So Lisa and I are back here in our Airbnb now. So we had a really nice dinner in Gatlinburg at a barbecue restaurant called Calhoun's. I think it's one of the more popular restaurants in the city, and it was actually really, really tasty. I was surprised. Usually with sort of tourist restaurants like that, the food's only, mediocre, but this food was really tasty. Now, I wasn't aware of this, but the traffic going into Gatlinburg from the park was horrendous. It takes about like 25 minutes to go 7-8 miles from the trailhead over to the restaurant. It took us quite a while, and then on our way back, it was even worse. There were so many more cars, and I was like, oh, I guess that's just a normal thing. So be aware that if you're going to stay in Gatlinburg and go into the national park, it might just be the time of year. Since it's the fall, it's probably one of their busier times with the leaves and everything. So that might be the case, but it was a lot of traffic going that way. So in order to get back here to our Airbnb, we had to drive from Gatlinburg through the state park again, and then back to Maggie Valley, which took about an hour and a half or so. But on the way in the park, we were able to find a nice overlook at the Morton Overlook, I believe it's called, and we saw a beautiful sunset in between the valley of different mountains, and that view was spectacular. It was it was way better than what we saw at the top of the hike, but we drove through, got a couple of videos and photos along the way as the sun was setting, and then made it here now, where we are going to rest up and wake up tomorrow in order to explore Asheville, I believe. And we're going to get breakfast there and probably spend most of the day there before heading back home. I'm considering waking up really early tomorrow in order to get a time lapse of the sunrise from our balcony here, because it's really pretty. So I might try that out, but tomorrow is Sunday and there's daylight savings time going back into effect. So we're going to see how that works, if I wake up or not. But otherwise, we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 in the morning right now, and it sounds a bit early, but it's really more like 7:30 because it's daylight savings kicked in now, so we're fall back an hour. But now I'm outside here in the freezing cold. It's below 30 degrees. I think it's upper 20s right now, and I'm trying to get a time lapse of the sunrise over the mountains, so you can actually just see right back over here in this valley here. There's it's where the sun is rising. And yesterday morning, we saw a nice fog just sort of roll in over the mountains. So I'm trying to see if we get anything like that this morning. I got a time lapse going on my other camera over here. I'm going to let it run for about 2 hours or so. So Lisa and I went to sleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, and I got 9 hours, 10 hours of sleep almost. I'm still super tired. That hike yesterday just took it all out of me. So I'm just making sure the time lapse is running good right now, and then I think I'm going to head back in where it's a little bit warmer and try to get a little bit more sleep even. So we'll see how this looks. If the time lapse looks good, it's going to be right up here after this, and then after that, we'll see you as we head into Asheville this morning. All right, everybody. So Lisa and I got everything packed up in our Airbnb and we hit the road. We are now here in West Asheville, where we are going to be eating breakfast at a restaurant called Biscuit Head, which you can just make out behind me here. There's actually a little bit of a line to get inside, so Lisa's already waiting in line. So I'm going to go join her there and see her inside and have a delicious hot breakfast this morning. All right, everybody, we're pumping gas right now. So Lisa and I have left the restaurant. We got breakfast at Biscuit Head, and it was delicious. I had a brisket biscuit, which had some brisket, a buffalo hollandaise sauce, and it was really, really good. Lisa got a biscuit flight, or a gravy flight, sorry, and it was 3 different types of gravy with some biscuits and Both meals were very delicious. So we didn't realize this though, but when we were looking up what to do in Asheville, it looks like a lot of the stores and areas are closed till about 1 in the afternoon. It's only 9:30 right now. So we're actually driving back towards Maggie Valley in Cherokee where the national park is. We're gonna go sort of explore Cherokee. There was a cute little town that we saw as we were passing through it to get to the park yesterday. Lisa wants some boiled peanuts, so we're gonna try to find her some of those and then just sort of hang out in there for a little bit. We might head back to Asheville afterwards, check out a couple of places before heading down to Atlanta, but we'll see. We don't really have much of a plan right now. We're just going to sort of explore where we can, and we'll see where that leads us. Hey everybody, so this is a bit of a rapid transition, but Lisa and I drove from Asheville after breakfast to Cherokee back towards the entrance of the national park. On the way we got Lisa some hot boiled peanuts, one of her favorite snacks on the road. And then in Cherokee we actually went to the Museum of the Cherokee Indian, which is something we saw on the way to the park yesterday, and we thought it looked interesting. The museum was really nice. It wasn't too big of a museum, but the exhibit was really nice and well laid out, I thought, and we learned a lot about the Cherokee Indians there. And then after that, we had considered going back into Asheville or doing some more shopping and exploring, but we decided that it was getting pretty late in the afternoon, so we are now on the way down back home in Atlanta. We're here in Cornelia right now, just getting some coffee here at Starbucks behind me. And that's really gonna be it for our trip overall. I think it was a pretty fun weekend, and we'll see you guys on our next adventure when Lisa and I go to Amsterdam and Brussels. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Here we have Christopher, just finished the Chimney Top hike. Christopher, it looked like a good hike. Just some post-hike questions for you, What were you thinking during the hike?
I was thinking, what am I doing with my life right now? Because we were driving through the park and there's all these beautiful panoramic views along the road. And then I was like, right now we are in the forest. Most of it's dead. Leaves all over the ground. Wet, icy, slippery, treacherous, steep.
We were impressed. We did have some questions. Halfway through the hike, stairs everywhere. I really had to wonder, Christopher, were those stairs speaking to you? Did you think about your training?
I thought about my training out west because, we took some stairs there, but not that many. We did practice for the stairs when we were in Emmacola Falls. That was a stair fest. But those stairs, they're not the same because they're even. They're nicely made stairs. These stairs, a little uneven. One would be tall, next one would be short, the next one would be medium. It was tough.
I've got to say, though, you handled those stairs pretty well.
If you really want to get a good opinion, you should talk to Lisa because, man, she was killing those stairs. She was chugging through them, and I kept having to take breaks because I just couldn't make it all the way. I tried, but my training just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Final question. We know this time the coach fielded some different players. Last time hiking, you had a little honey face-eyed action going on for support. This time, you had a different support role. Lisa, how did that go?
All right.
Prepared, not prepared? What's going on here?
So,
did you feel supported?
I felt emotionally supported this time for sure. So before, out west, Honey would be like, hey, we need to be the ones, we need to stop, I need a break. And I'd be like, let's keep going, I'm down. This time I was the one holding Lisa back, but she was like, "You could do it. We can keep going." And I was very supported. And the best thing though, the biggest difference is that Honey Faye is so prepared for anything. She had
not anything. She didn't bring an ace bandage in case of emergency.
But food-wise, she had snacks galore. Me and Lisa, we had nothing.
We brought 2 packets of peanut M&Ms and no water.
But that's it though. So yeah, it was good though. I definitely enjoy Lisa's company because she's awesome. She's very supportive, and yeah, she's number one. She's number one.
And what do you think this butter is going to do to her cholesterol?
What do I think the what? The spider?
That's all the time we have for this interview today.
Why are you laughing?
No more questions, please. I asked the questions.
I see. My bad.